Good morning, students. My name is T. Shivacharan. I am working for Krupa High School, Krishnanagar. And today we are going to discuss about the chapter sound. This is a common topic for both 8th and 9th classes. So the basics are same. So let us discuss about sound. So what is sound? So sound is a form of energy produced by vibrating bodies. So without vibration there is no sound. Then you should know what is the meaning of vibration. So what is vibration? The to and fro motion of a body about its mean position is called vibration. The to and fro motion of a body about its mean position is called vibration. So let us explain the small diagram. Here this is called bob. This is an example of drawing of a simple pendulum. And this bob is pulled aside to a certain height. And we call it as to position. And leave it. It will not stay at mean position. It goes to the other side, which is called fro position. So this to and fro motion of a body about its mean position is called vibration. Here we should come across a term called amplitude. What is meant by amplitude? So here we are saying there is some distance between the mean position and fro position, and here from mean position and to position. Here we are observing a certain distance. So this maximum distance between the mean position and any one of the extreme positions is called amplitude. Its units are centimeters or meters. Now why we discuss about this amplitude here now? Because there is a small difference between oscillation and vibration. So the difference is simply the amplitude. In the above case of simple pendulum, the amplitude is comparatively larger. So if the amplitude is maximum, then it is called as oscillation. And in the example of we can say strings of veena or guitar, strings of veena or guitar or any other musical instrument, if you pluck them and leave it, they will oscillate. They will also have them to and fro positions. For example, this is a wire. Then it goes to to position, it goes to fro position. This is to position, and say this is fro position, and this is the mean position. So when you pluck the string of veena or guitar, they will vibrate, but the amplitude observed is minimum. Small amplitude is observed. Then we call it as vibration. So this is about the difference between the oscillation and vibration. Now let us come to the other topics of sound, other basic properties. So they are: how does sound propagate? You know that sound is a form of energy. But how does sound propagate? So basically sound propagates in the form of waves. So what is a wave? Waves are of mainly two types. One is mechanical waves, and second type is electromagnetic waves. Electromagnetic waves. Here mechanical waves, they require a materialistic medium to travel. They require materialistic medium. Materialistic medium is required. But here no medium is required, and even they can travel in vacuum. So what is a wave? Actually the wave is a disturbance created in the medium. Nothing but a disturbance created in a medium. For example, if you drop a stone into the water, still water, if you drop a stone here, we'll see some small ripples are forming and they are increasing in their size and moving far away. So this is nothing but these are waves. Remember here in the waves they carry only energy. Waves carry only the energy but not the medium. So remember that if you put a paper boat on these ripples, it will just tilt up and down, but it won't be carried away forward. So this proves that waves carry only the energy but not the medium. Okay, now let us discuss about the further classification of the waves. So the mechanical waves are again divided into two types. Mechanical waves are again divided into two types. That is progressive waves, stationary waves. Stationary waves. Progressive waves are again divided into two types: longitudinal waves, transverse waves. So what is the meaning of progressive wave? What is the meaning of progressive wave? The wave which starts from a source, and travel forward only in the medium and never return back. Such a wave is called progressive wave. So the wave which starts from a source and travel forward only in the medium and never returns back is called a progressive wave. Then why the two names here longitudinal? Longitudinal waves just with both will travel forward only in the medium and both will start from a source and both will never return back. Then why the two names longitudinal and transverse? Yes, so there is a small difference in their propagation of these two waves. There is a small difference. Let us now discuss briefly about longitudinal waves, because our sound waves are longitudinal in nature. So longitudinal waves. So the wave in which the particles vibrate, parallelly to the direction of propagation of the wave. So the wave in which the particles vibrate parallelly. What is the meaning of parallelly? Parallel means in the direction of propagation of the wave. So if the wave is moving from left to right, the particles of the wave also moving from left to right. Then that kind of movement is called parallel movement. So the wave in which the particles vibrate parallelly to the direction of propagation of the wave, then that wave is called longitudinal wave. So for example, this is a source and here these are all the particles. These are all the particles of the air. For example, this is air, this is a medium. These are all the particles of the medium. Now when sound propagates here, it pushes the front molecules, so they become very close. If someone pushes us, we fall very close. So a compression is formed there. A compression is formed there. All the particles will come closer. So then such an area is called compression. So because of compression, then as the push is in the forward direction, the last person will push the other molecules. So they maintain a little bit gap between the remaining particles will maintain more gap than before, and such area is called as rare fraction. Here we forms a rare fraction. So where the particles are very far away, and when the last person again pushes, again it forms a cluster here, and they become closer, and again another compression is formed and followed by a rare fraction. So like this, so it travels up to the ear and reaches the ear. So the gap between any two particles is called amplitude. Here the amplitude is minimum and here the amplitude is maximum. So what is compression means, how do you define the term compression? The region in the longitudinal wave, where the amplitude is minimum is called compression. Then what is rare fraction? The region in the longitudinal wave where the amplitude is maximum is called rare fraction. The distance between any two successive compressions is equals to wavelength lambda. Similarly, we can take between any two successive rare fractions is also considered as wavelength lambda. So wavelength. How to define the wavelength? The distance between any two successive compressions or rare fractions is called wavelength, denoted by symbol lambda. So this is about longitudinal waves. Example is sound waves. Our sound waves will propagate like this. So this is about the longitudinal waves and how the sound waves will propagate. So thank you children. Thank you for watching the video. Please comment and send your suggestions and queries so that I can respond as soon as possible. Thank you.